Hello. Why do mail? Okay, from home. Oh, it's Peach. Okay, get that out of here. Wonderful. It's almost Valentine's Day. Clean all those mailbox. Okay. Alright, hello, hi. It's time for that, Am I losing frames? That best be a lie. Better be a lie. Okay, looks fine now. Anyway, it is Sunday. You know what that means? It's turnip day. Everybody's favorite day of the week. Certainly my favorite day of the week, because I know I love waking up early so I can buy turnips for like 2 to 3 hours. It's my favorite way to start the day. What do you mean? I might want to I'd rather do other things. No. Ah, turnips are where it's at. Okay, there we go. 10K. Huge. That offsets some of the money I spent yesterday. Okay. So yeah, first order of business, find Joan. Establish the price. Unfortunately, we have a house in D5, which is annoying. I feel like we had one house in D5, and then we got that house by the beach, and then Bubbles moved out, and now Lulu's moved in, and she's in D5, which is unfortunate. I almost considered talking to Bubbles, to have Bubbles try to stay by the beach, but then I don't know who would leave, so I didn't want to, like, start nothing. But I was like, yeah, maybe that's a good idea. Anyway, yeah, let's find Joan so we can figure out what kind of price we're looking at today. Obviously, I'm, like, still planning to buy regardless of price, but, you know, knowing the prices it helps set the tone for the day. She's like gonna be like one of the bottom acres. Yeah, why is she always doing this? She loves starting there lately. Like, I'm not even joking. I feel like the past few weeks she's just started there. Anyway, we're gonna take a full inventory, drop it, figure out what we can do with that. And, yeah. You know, the first 3 weeks were pretty rough. And then last week we did make money. We had to recover the lost money as well. And we made 43 mil, which is good progress, right? So we're gonna see what we can do this week. And yeah, I mean, that's basically it, right? Let's just see what happens. Now, I know how this works. I played this game before. Okay. Okay, lady. Did I not get the price from the store yesterday? That's low-key hilarious. That is not hilarious. Kind of crazy. Okay, so obviously I'm not here, like, as early as I could be. I started 4 minutes ago, so that's like 9:43. I'm still trying to figure this out. Still trying to figure out, like, what time I should set an alarm. I mean, obviously, today I set an alarm at 9:10. I was like, oh, let me watch a show before bed, and, like, said show was almost over, so I was like, ah, shoot. Oh, shoot. And I was like, no, I need to, like, stop playing my game at an okay time, so I can watch all the episodes of my show and finish it. And I got a little bit too involved in my game I was like, no, I'm doing so well right now. I gotta just do a little bit more. So, I mean, good progress was made in that game. But then I, was up later, and I was like, shoot, I already felt like garbage all of yesterday. And, I mean, technically this is me thinking yesterday, so I'm like, well, I already felt like garbage all today. I want to at least try to have 8 hours. So, I mean, I got to bed, like, around 1, and I set a 9-10 alarm, so I was in bed for 8 hours, which is good. I needed that, I think. And now we have a good price. So if we can go crazy this week and get a spike, that would be pretty crazy, right? Like if I bought the same amount of inventories. My mailbox has a lot of mail, and it's gonna be like 2 things from Nook. One's gonna be like the spotlight item, and the other one's gonna be about a sale that's happening tomorrow, which could affect my ability to sell turnips if I need to. Okay, is my... yeah, okay, it is actually full. So again, I think it's 190k for an inventory. Last week was 165k per inventory, so it's like I'm spending, 25k more per inventory. Kind of huge. If we could hit like 40 inventories like this, we would be in a pretty good spot, I'd say. That would be like 8 mil territory, obviously. I think I have like this is... that's a present. That is not what I... why do I have a present? Puzzling shirt. That's another thing from home that I just never opened, apparently. Sure. Okay. Strange. Alright, 190k. That's 150k. We need one more. That's 180 plus... yeah, there you go. So we can afford 2 inventories here. I mean, okay, so it's 190, 500. Multiply that by 40. That would be 7.6 mil. I'd need to hit like 43. If I could hit 44, 45 this week, I could beat my record. Now, I think if I started a little bit earlier, that would definitely be on the table. Right now, I can't remember when I started that week, because, that was November 3rd. That was like 3 months ago. I can't just remember how long I streamed that day and, like, how lucky I got. Last week, I bought 39 inventories, but I did not have good luck at the end. If I did, we would have bought a lot more. We probably would have cracked, like, 7 mil. I legit just forgot to get the price from the store yesterday. Oh, no, it's a raffle. What am I talking about? There is no price yesterday. I just didn't enter that. I was like, oh no, I forgot. It's like, no, I didn't. Speaking of the raffle, I did not get anything from it, as expected. So that's okay. So I'd say, like, things are going pretty well now. Like, with New Horizons, we're in a much better spot. It's way more manageable. I don't have to spend tons of time every day, which is good. Today is probably going to be a really short stream. I was playing that, like, little game that I mentioned, little puzzle game, or, like, not really puzzle game, but it's like a time trial puzzle game. It was bothering me. I didn't want to like get all the S plus ranks and all the bonus levels and extended levels. But then yesterday I was like, what if I tried? And then I like did really well. I already had like maybe 7 done. And then I just like cleaned up a bunch of them. So now I have like, I think there's less than 15 that I need to actually beat now. So like, that's pretty cool. Anyway, Joan, this acre, I don't have enough money. So let's run to the left. About 2 there. I'm gonna probably do the same tracking system as last week just to make sure that I don't mess up. Okay, now, what is that? She's going from junk acre to junk acre. It's messed up, is what it is. It's fine. We'll make it work. But again, like, I don't know. It's... I don't think I can set a record today. Let's go with that. And, you know, I don't want to be presumptuous when I say, like, oh, if I have to sell on Monday. But as I've said a couple weeks in the past, like, if we look at it as there are 3 outcomes, and one of the outcomes... Hold on. Is that bag meant to be here or there? That's confusing. Anyway, if there's 3 outcomes, one being an immediate decrease, one being there's a spike that day, or there's one where it's I have to wait, right? There's 3 outcomes, so, like, if you look at it that way, you know, there's a strong chance that I have to sell on Mondays. Also, if we look at my history, the majority of my spikes have been on Mondays. Like, Monday's just that kind of day. Okay, so we have 3 bags left over there. And if I bring those 3 bags here, I think we can manage a 3rd inventory. I think. I'm just saying. I think, like, even if I can't, I have a couple bags in my letters right now, so that would be enough of a backup that I would be able to. Anyway, okay, so that's 180k. So I need to drop all that. Oh, shoot. Okay, it's officially like past 10 now. I bought 3 inventories. So like, yeah. It's a bit of a head start. And again, I don't know. My goal is to try to go for like 9:30. Maybe like before 9:30. But then like that's me waking up before 9, which is you know, a little questionable. Not really what I'm looking to do. Quite enough space there. So I have 150k, 165k. I will take one of these so that I can make a third inventory. So we can at least have 5. And again, 5 is basically 1 mil. 6 is actually 1 mil, but 5 is, you know, like 950k. Like, I've already bought a mil in like 20 minutes, essentially. That's what I'm trying to say. So that's like 3 mil an hour. So if I did this for like 3 hours, I could hit 9 mil maybe. Now those are all very rough numbers, and obviously I've had to run around and find Joan twice. Although running to find Joan the second time was like 2 acres, so it didn't take that long. Obviously, if I was just buying in 1 acre constantly, it would be maybe a little bit different. Because, like, I don't know, I can't usually... If it's a lower price, I can buy 15 acres, or sorry, 15 inventories in an acre. But at a higher price like this, I don't think any, or if any, it would be like only a couple acres would have the right terrain and space to make that work. So, I mean, I could buy at least like close to 3 mil. And the time it would take me to clear out an acre. Because, yeah, I can probably do like 2.4 mil, I think. Because usually I have 1.9 mil in my good acres. Anyway, that's going to be 2 and 3. So we're at 5. And again, if we can hit 40, that'd be pretty cool. If we can hit like 42, I guess we'll have like 80 or 8 mils rather, sorry. If I do spend that much, I gotta make sure I show up earlier for some of those days. Because again, on Thursday, I thought it was pretty tight, but based on the fact that I could sell more at a time and I was still selling 6 per inventory, it did save some inventory, save some trips. And it took us like 2.5 hours. But I only had like, you know, maybe half an hour of leeway, which is, it's enough. But I just wasn't sure if I'd have that much time. Anyway, there you go. That's our 3rd inventory there. Now, we run and look for Joan elsewhere. Hopefully somewhere a little better. Again, these acres that I'm getting do not have money in them. They do not have space. They're not good acres to see. I have to bring money to them. But I'd rather bring money to them than just talk to her and not do anything. Because, like, at least this way you make some profit. And you can clean up later. You know, that's the way I see it. You know what acre would be cool to buy from? This acre. I feel like I've seen Joan in this acre, like, once. Oh, get out of my way, Candy. Why you always gotta be in my way like that? Not getting a good feeling about where she is right now. Why are there weeds at this store? Unacceptable. Okay, well, she's up here. Which again, not amazing by any means, but so 900k. That gives us 4.7 inventories as is. Is that great? Nah, not really. No, definitely not. So what if we grab that's enough for like one more. And And then if we grab... That's 190. Like, if we grab, like, that should be enough. He just, like, spawned in there. That was kind of wild. Okay, so those three... Don't need that. Okay, so we got 4 extra bags of money for now. I think I can make that work. Okay, so let's drop that. So again, I have... That's 80, that's... I think that's gonna work. Okay, so this means we should probably be able to buy 6 here. Which will land us at 11. Alright, let's keep at it. Yes, I don't know how long this will go. Obviously, if I'm like showing up at like 9:45, we have 2 hours and 15 minutes for sure. Depending on how the turn-ups go, it could be 2.5, 3, or like 3:50. You know, like it could vary. We could hit 3 hours today if we have the right conditions. Get the map out. Haven't done that yet. Me when I say I should get the map out, except it's literally the worst time for me to get the map out. That's okay. I didn't need to do it now anyway. That's 2. Okay, good enough. Okay. So I've got 2 here, 3 there. Okay, the map has been started. Progress is being tracked. I think what I have to talk about. I mean, it's already February, which is like low-key crazy. January this year just felt like weird. And I think January last year also kind of felt weird. But I think it's a different kind of weird. Because again, I don't know. There's a lot more going on for me this year than last January, I think. Like, just in general, you know? Like, I started my game collecting last year. I started again. I was doing it before at one point in time, very minimally, but, you know, I started that again. So, like, my shelves have expanded a lot. You know, there's a lot of different things. Like, you know, every week I'm looking at, like, auctions, having to check prices, you know, like, it's a lot. Sometimes it's a lot. Like, that's the thing. It's like, this time it's like, I had New Horizons to worry about, and based on what they'd showed us, it's, like, not clear how much work it's gonna be to be done again, right? So I was, like, worried that, like, I'm gonna have to be streaming that for ages again. But then, you know, I started, and it's like, okay, this seems not that bad, right? Like, after, like, the first week or so, it kind of seemed like, okay, I think, like, I'll just keep going, because it'll just take a while to order everything. That's going to be the big problem here. It's like, yeah, that's the thing. And it's like, right now, it's like, I have so many games that I need to test. I had, like, a December order show up, a big one, and I tested some of that stuff very slowly. And now it's like, oh, here's just everything else. So it's like, I don't know. If I'm looking at the shelves right now, obviously, like, the shelves are organized for the games that have been tested, or I know, like, I haven't tested any of my PS3 games yet, but they're all on the shelf, and, like, that's fine, because I know I haven't touched any PS3 games. Anything else, it's like they aren't in alphabetical order, you know, like, organized within the actual, like, shelf. They're just resting on the shelf. So it's like, I don't know, there's like 11 Wii games. There's a SNES game, 2 NES games. There's like a DS game. There's a Game Boy game that I tried, but it didn't work very well, so I need to clean it. Like 3 PS3 games, 5 PS4 games. There's like 3 Xbox One games, 3 Xbox games. And then like 7 360 games? And there's a bunch of PSP games. I need to test those still. There's just a lot going on. Do it, Lucy. Okay, that should be 4. And then this is 5. Could be 5. This is getting a little tight. Space. That turnip just went behind a tree. That one went behind a tree too. That is not what I want. Please don't do that. Can you just, like, be normal? Okay, thank you. Okay, so, like, that's, like, 1, there's, like, 2, 3, yeah, so that's 5, so there should be 6. Good. Okay, I think I should just get out of here. So that's 6 there. I didn't really have space to drop it. I would have dropped it there if I could, because it's like not super far away from the store. But yeah, I don't think that's gonna work very well. Anyway, that's 11 inventories now. That was 6 there, and then 5 between the other two. I don't think I'm... No. Okay, maybe I was. Whatever. Okay. Continuing on. We must find Joan again. So far, acres have not been amazing. We're bound to get a good one eventually. I think. Hard to say for sure. You never know. Did I check this one? Yes, I did, right? Right? I think I did. I don't like what's going on here right now. I'm not being filled with confidence. Not be at one of these acres again, please. I mean, I guess... Ah! You! Why is she gotta be like this? Alright, let's just bring enough for, like, the inventory, or the 2 inventories and call it a day. Ah! I have money in my letters. I could do 3, I suppose. Yeah. Is this enough, even with them? Yeah, we'll see. It should be. Oh, I hit the button wrong. Okay, this might only be 2. It might be a bag short. Even I don't do the math. Okay. You know what I'm trying to think back into my cursor is my favorite part. Paint. Okay. I mean, I bought 11 inventories. This will be either 13 or 14. By the time this is done, it'll be close to an hour. That'll be almost 3 million an hour. Yeah, so like I'm kind of right on those numbers. But yeah, we're gonna see. I need that. Okay, that's. There's a wait. There's a slim chance. Actually, I think I could maybe do 3 here. Maybe. Okay. We've now bought 3 inventories here. Congratulations to me. That means we're at 14 just before an hour. I guess I'm gonna run up so that she doesn't go to this acre. Although, I don't know. We've had her go to like lots of bad acres that I don't want her to be in. Been like 3 of those, and then one that's like okay. So like I don't know. We have a great price. She's not making it easy to buy lots. We're just gonna see where it goes. Right, we're at 14 inventories. We're an hour in. We have an hour and 20 guaranteed more, which would make me think that I could get at least 30. But I mean, if things can pick up and I can get a good acre where I can buy more than, you know, 3, then we can do better. And then if we get a really good acre at the end, then obviously we can buy past noon and extend. Depending on if and when we get a good acre and how close it is to noon, we can, like, you know, obviously do a lot or not a lot. So it really depends. We're just gonna have to wait and see. But we've already touched 4 acres, which isn't great. One of them, that one that I just passed, is definitely full. We can't really use that anymore. And then those bottom ones, like, they don't have money, but technically I could maybe buy a couple more in each of them. But I don't really want to do that. So, I don't know. Maybe we're gonna get a good acre this time. I ran around most of the town and, like, nothing's jumping out. Also, we, like, literally just barely had enough money to pull off that maneuver I just did. Kind of crazy, honestly. Okay, so we're gonna grab more money. think I should do one more. Consider I basically need 6 bags for an inventory. I need 7 actually, to be honest. 6 if I have a little bit of money in my wallet. So technically this isn't like as safe as it should be, but it's good enough. Probably. It's probably good enough. What are the chances that I have to use all the money? Okay. Good. So Joan is here. Now, I'm afraid we have to use math. Okay. So if I take my amount of... Okay, divide that by the number, and that's 10. I can buy 10 inventories here. That's it. Now if I bring money from here, which again there's not a lot because I've already used a lot of this for those other acres. That's annoying. Also, if we buy a bunch here, then like by the time we're done it'll be close to noon, and if we can get another good acre then we're set. So this is probably like a pretty good time for this to happen. That's what I'm gonna claim. Okay, I'm claiming that this is a good time. Because we do get another one after this, then yeah, we're cooking. We are cooking. Alright, so that's 450k. So if I take that number, then add 450k, divide it by the number. I should have a better way to do this at this point. I don't know why I don't have a system in place, because like this is such a pain to just do on the calculator when I should just have like a formula in my Excel sheet to handle all this. But that would get me like 12.5 inventories, okay? And I know I can like fit 15 here. So I in theory, I should be able to push this. So what if we grab another 150k? We multiply it. Okay, hold on. Yeah, I really should do something to make this easier. So we'll add 600k. That's 1. Here, that's 2.5. That's 13.2. Let's go with that. I think we can make that work. And then I also have a little bit left over in my letters that could help us buy 14. But with the money I have here, if I spend everything, we'll be at 13 inventories. Okay, it's been just over an hour of me playing. And again, we're at like 14 inventories. Okay, so yeah, I bought 3 and 3 and 2 for 8, and then I bought the 6, so that's 14. So if I take my number and I multiply that by 14, I've spent 2.6 mil already. Now, double it, give it to me. That's 5.3 mil after this inventory. Okay, it's good. That's already past my goal. Again, my minimum that I'm really trying to aim for right now is 5 mil. Last week I did like 6.4. Could have done better if we had better luck. But, right, so if we're buying 14, that's gonna take like 45 minutes. Okay, it's like 10:50. So we should finish by like 11:40 in this acre. And at that point, if I get like another bad acre, I could buy a couple there and then start trying to run around, or I might immediately get a good acre. And if it's at that point and I immediately get a good one, I'm just gonna use it, you know? Like I'll maximize it, but there's no point in risking it. Like, sure. It really depends, like, you know, because last week I ran around for like 10-15 minutes and I did not get a good acre at the end, and I had to settle. And I got like 6 extra inventories or something, which isn't great. But if we could do like more, that would be huge, right? Because again, let's do the math. I bought 14 already. I'm gonna buy 14 here probably. That's 28. If I got another good acre, that's another 14. Okay, congrats. I just hit 42. Am I gonna break my record? No. Am I gonna basically tie it? Yeah. So, in that case, yeah, I'd go for it. Because again, that's like, you know, huge money that we're talking about. Because 8 mil, 8 times 7. Hold on. That's 56 mil. And last week, or yeah, this week technically, but whatever, I made 43 mil. So if I got a spike and I managed to hit that much, like I'm not trying to say like, oh, I'm set. I'm saying like, think about it like, oh, I could risk it and buy, you know, I could leave that acre, buy a couple more inventories, and then try to get another good acre. But if I don't get it, then I'm losing. And if I do just get one and I go for it, then congrats. I'll have made like 100 mil in like a week, technically, like in less than a week, but like not really, but like, you know, and it's like, oh, you get a spike this day, and then you buy the next set of turnips, and then you get the spike before it's been a week, and then like a matter of 5 days, you're up 100 mil. It's like, okay. And it's like crazy because you're like, oh, in this 1 week I made 100 mil, but it's like there's all these, you know, different things. Anyway, so at that point it's like, yeah, it's worth it. Don't risk losing that because that's huge, right? And if it was like over 8 mil, then that's like 57 mil, maybe. So yeah, that would legit be like 100 within a week, which would be huge if that happens. And I'm not trying to jinx it, you know. I had 3 bad weeks. We had a good week. We got another good week. That'd be pretty cool. Prefer that. But yeah, obviously I want to be done, you know. And again, if I did 8 mil, I'd only have to do that 5 times, which is kind of wild. But obviously I can't always do 8 mil, based on the fact that I've only done 8 mil once. You know, that's kind of an important number to address. Right, like if you look at all my best weeks. Yeah, that one in November was like 55 mil. Really? 55? Does that even sound right? Oh, I lost the 2 weeks before, so I guess, yeah, we were recovering money. So the profit would have been better. I guess technically if I got close to that same price, I could technically make more today because I just got a spike. And last time I had 2 decreases. So, but anyway, that's not important. We don't need to think about that. What I need to do is just keep buying. You're telling me I really messed up like on the second last one. That's annoying. Whatever. It's not that much money. It's more about my pride. Alright. I mean, I think we're like fairly set up today. I just hope we can get another good acre and then we can get lots done. Because that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to buy. You'll never make money if you don't play the stock market. Unfortunately, it's true. At least in the context of this game. Okay, that's 2. So yeah, if I do manage to get another good acre after this one, then I would be able to buy till like at least 12:30, I'd say. So we would get close to 3 hours. But if I was here a little earlier and things worked out differently, then yeah, I could have probably broke my record. I don't think I'm breaking the record today. Oh, not again. Okay, so that one got funky because of this. I didn't spend as much, and then the money got all out of whack. Because that is not enough to buy 3. Okay, let's fix that. That should be it, right? Okay, that's like 4 already. I mean, that's 3 already. Oops. I haven't been, like, saying too much today. It's 11 o'clock. Congratulations. I don't know, usually I don't know. Before, in my turnip days, it's like I had a lot. Like, I'm working on games, or I'm talking about, like, random things, or all these things I want to do. I was kind of talking about it, but then I kind of lost it. But, like, this January's just been busy for me. And now it's February. I'm thinking about that. But yeah, I was counting all the games that I have to test. And not only do I have to test them, I have to, like, put them somewhere. And my shelf is full. I want to say my shelf, I mean, both of my bookcases, they're on the small side. They're not tall. They're Billy bookcases. I don't have the tall ones, though. Because originally I was like, yeah, I would do this. But then it's like I have stuff on top of them. So, like, if I wanted to get a bigger one, which I think I have to actually make use of the space, I have, like, other stuff that gets displaced. So I'm trying to think about how I deal with that. And then I also want to get, like, a cabinet. Another cabinet for my figures. Because they're full. I don't have space for them. I bought this massive Kiryu figure. Massive. It's literally the biggest figure I own. The other one's like this pretty crazy Chainsaw Man one. But this one's even bigger than that, so it's like, okay. Wait, did they put the price in this cabinet on? I bought a Mills bow. I think I bought them at 300 originally, and then when I was looking at them recently, I saw them at like 250, and now they're at 279. What gives? Am I on the wrong site? No. Huh. I was like looking at it like, oh wow, the price is down. I wonder if I can like, get a sale on it. It's like, nah, you waited. Now you can pay more, chump. So it did go up like a couple weeks ago. Great. Well, that's fun. Guess I should have bought earlier. I was hoping to get a sale, but it's like, nah, you get a price increase now. I guess it's up like 30 bucks. So like, you know, after tax, they'll take 50 bucks I'm getting hit with. That's lame. Not much I can do, except wait. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out this space, you know? I've spoke about it a lot on stream, because it's been an evolving thing over this past year. It's like I have 2 display cabinets, I have like a Calyx, where that's like lying down, horizontally oriented right now. And it's got like consoles and all that stuff. But now it's like I'm thinking, oh, I could stand it up. And then that'll give me room for another cabinet to display things. But there's also like all my Lego on top of, all my Animal Crossing Legos on top of the Calyx. And it's like if I stand it up, then there's no place for the Lego. Because the Calyx would just hold like the little mini shelf inserts and all my consoles would be on there. Because that's how they are now. It's like, except they're kind of low to the ground. So if I stood the thing up, you'd be able to see more of them, they'd have more light, and it would look better. Like, that's kind of the plan there. And then, yeah, it's like... But that displaces all my Lego. And then I do have some Funkos. I know people hate Funkos. My Funko collection is not crazy. There's like 50 or something. And they're usually just from shows. Mostly anime ones, let's be real. Actually, there's one Kingdom Hearts one. Shout out to Roxas. Everything else, yeah. Anyway, so like those would get displaced. My two solutions for these space issues, right? Like, I literally have... I did get two Yakuza Nendos. I got Kiryu and Ichiban. So, like, they're just chilling, looking at me right now. And I have this massive Kiryu figure. And I also bought, like, more. And those are, like, on the way soon. And it's like, I have... There's not a lot of space in the room, okay? Like, I have two small, like, two short Billy bookcases. Realistically, I should swap one out for a taller one. But then that requires removing a shelf from a wall, and I really hate dealing with shelves and walls. But I guess that's like putting them in. If I'm removing this, good. But then I'd have a shelf, and I wouldn't have anything to do with it. Huh. I'd have to mount it to the wall somewhere. So it's like, yeah. If I find another place for the Funkos, take this shelf out of the wall, buy a big Billy bookcase, boom. Then I have tons of space for games. When I say tons, I mean it'll be good for a bit. It's not a permanent solution if I keep buying things. But I don't know how many I'm going to keep buying, because like there's only so many games out there that I want to buy. There's still some that I can think of. But like usually my thing is like I look at auctions and it's like, oh, what would be a cool game to own? And then I kind of just go from there, right? Or I see this funny thing and it's cheap. I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll get M&M Beach Party for the Wii for like $1 or $2. Why the heck not? I love my shovelware. It's kind of just more for the ridiculousness of it, you know? Like if people come over, I'd be like, hey, you want to play? Let's see, M&M Beach Party? Want to play? Just like all, you know, that kind of thing. It's just funny to do that. Anyway, so it's like, yeah, I have that. That's one thing. And I've been putting this off because I'm like, I was thinking like, you know, I've bought a lot. I've gone to all these local stores. The stock at the local stores doesn't change a lot, so I haven't been to one in a while. And the last few times I went to local stores, I only bought like maybe a couple games. And a lot of the time, it's like, if I get them on auction, I can usually get it cheaper. But it's like I have local auctions that I have a local auction I do, and like most of the time you don't get like super popular stuff there. I did just win a Game Boy Advance, like the original model, under the average price, and it looks in really good condition. Like the screen doesn't have any scratches. It looks great. So like winning that, yeah, that's pretty sick. I'll take that. That's pretty cool. And then I'll have another thing. It's like, at this point, yeah, I've bought a lot of games. There's like a lot of games that I want to buy, and I've like sought those out, and I've got them. You know, like I have Paper Mario in box now. I got Majora's Mask in box now. I got Ocarina of Time in box now. It just because, okay? Ocarina doesn't, it kind of deserves it, kind of doesn't. I'm just trolling at this point. I got like a nice steelbook of Bloodborne. I got cases for my N64 boxes from my childhood. I got like a bunch of the Nintendo games, like for the Switch that I want to play or haven't played. You know, it's like I filled out my GameCube collection. I got the Master Quest game. I got Four Swords Adventures. I got Wind Waker HD. I got Pokemon Channel. I got Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. I got... I got the collector's edition for Zelda. I got like NES and NES games. I mean the Wii games. I got some of the Wario games, like Snoop, Shake It Up. I got those. That's good. I don't know. Wii games are usually pretty cheap, so those ones that I just listed aren't. I recently bought a Kirby Return to Dreamland. Like that's another one. I've been buying like the physical Yakuza games. That's been an endeavor. But yeah, it's like I got like the Mario 3D Land and Bowser's Fury or whatever. Got that. I got Pokemon Arceus and I played that last year. I got new Pokemon Snap. I haven't played that yet. I got Hyrule Warriors. Haven't played that yet. I got like a lot. I have Kirby Air Riders. I haven't played that yet, but that was a gift. Got some cool like physical editions for games. Like I got Hollow Knight and Stardew on the Switch, just so I own them physically. There's like a bunch of random like PS2 stuff. I don't know if anything. I don't think a lot of the PS2 stuff wasn't too expensive. The Yakuza 1 and Yakuza 2, those were expensive. I've been collecting like all the Soul Caliburs. I have Soul Calibur 2 on. Do I have it on? I think I have it on every console now. Yeah, I have Soul Calibur 2 on every console. Now, for the record, Soul Calibur is my favorite fighting game. It's the one I've played the most, and that's probably why it's my favorite. I can't remember how it started. I might have played Soul Calibur at like a friend's house. And then I got it for the GameCube. I don't remember. But it's like I owned the GameCube one, and then I got the fourth one. But yeah, I played a lot of Soul Calibur too, and that's why it's my favorite fighting game. I think I made like Taki. I did play like a couple characters, but I think I was best with Taki, at least in Soul Calibur 4. But like, man, I'm not good at fighting games. I was like learning combos and like figuring out all this stuff, and I got pretty far in Soul Calibur 4. I think I got every achievement, which required me to like beat a bunch of like these missions in this one mode, and I remember getting stuck on a lot of them. And I know like in Soul Calibur 2 there's this like crazy mode, and I don't think I beat that, but I got maybe somewhere far in it. I don't know. That would be fun to go back and try one day, maybe. So yeah, like I had fun with that, but it's like I've been collecting that. This is gonna get messy. We're just gonna have to figure this out. That's how this acre seems to go. Am I like nearly? No. There's still all this. That is okay. We need one more, and then it's like I got a PSP. So I got a couple PSP games. Most of those haven't been too expensive, but I have like almost 10 of them maybe. PS4, I've been collecting like a couple PS4 and PS5 games, not too many. Some of them have been like pricier, some have been pretty cheap. Some I already had, to be honest. The Xbox, I mean, like I had a lot of Xbox games before, because like I played 360 a lot. And like I had money and income. I had some money at that point, so like yeah, I could buy games. But now there's lots. Like I have 2 shelves of 360 games. and like a shelf of PlayStation, and then like there's a shelf of Wii, but there's more, and there's 2 shelves of Xbox and there's overflow. There's one shelf of PlayStation, there's a bit of overflow. There's one shelf of Wii, there's overflow. There's a shelf of GameCube, which has maybe space for one more. My GameCube is like my favorite console, so that's one thing. And then it's like I have a bunch of DS games and 3DS games. Then I have the Wii U, I have the Switch. And it's like I have the SNES and NES stuff. That's like on one shelf. I don't know how many of those I'll get. Because like, I've mentioned it on the stream before. But my goal, at one point, is to own every single NES game that's featured in this Animal Crossing. So I can have the full set. I have like 3 at this point. I have a cart that has Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Jr. And I have Excite Bike. And I have golf. And I think I bought baseball recently. So I'm getting there. But like those ones are kind of pricey. So I'm like patient on those. I don't know, that's the thing. It's like I'm doing all these local auctions, and eventually the local auctions are gonna stop delivering as much, you know? Like sometimes it's like, oh, there's a controller I can get for cheap and it's a different color. Like I got a white PlayStation 4 controller recently. Okay, sure, right? Why not? That's cool, that's different. Looks like it's in good shape. I got a 2DS. No, sorry, I got a DS Lite. And then I ordered a cable. Because it didn't come with a cable. So I ordered a charging cable online. So that should show up soon. I don't know how soon, to be honest, but kind of need that to charge it to make sure the thing works. Oh, and I got Minish Cap in box. That's like a little crazy. Yeah, I have like 3 Zelda games in box that are like non-case, you know? Just GBA's cardboard. N64's cardboard. I'd love to have the whole Zelda collection. Obviously. Because it is one of my favorite franchises. I have like the full Pikmin set now, actually. I don't know what I was thinking. I've mentioned this before, but I do this whole thing where it's like on opening day, it's like when I have time, I go to a store, pick up the game, and then when I come home, I can play the game on launch. But I didn't do that for the Pikmin game. I think maybe I wasn't going to be out that day or something. I don't know. But like, for Tears of the Kingdom, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Metroid Prime 4, I picked those all up the day of. And then, you know, then I had them. But with Pikmin 4, I didn't. I got it digitally. So then I bought it again on sale. I saved like 30 bucks at least. And now I have it sealed. So that's something. But like now I own Pikmin 3 on the Wii U, Pikmin 4 on the Switch, and then Pikmin 1 and 2 on the GameCube. Now, I do digitally own Pikmin 3 Deluxe, so if I bought that at some point, that would be a thing. And then they re-released Pikmin 1 and 2 on the Wii. I was going to say on the Switch, but I meant to say on the Wii. But then they also released it on the Switch. So if you want me to own every single Pikmin game, then yeah, I got to spend a lot more money. But I have at least one of each. But like that's like a different goal. You know, like goals like own all of them. Right now I own all the like North American Animal Crossings except for New Horizons. Because again, I've mentioned this before, but I wanted to stream it day one. I pre-ordered it from EB, and then it fell through because of the mail and like, you know, COVID and all that. So that didn't work, so I had to buy it digitally, and then I sold the other copy because I didn't want to have 2 at that point. But I should have just kept it in hindsight. But I wasn't in my collecting era at that point, you know? So I wasn't thinking about that. If I did, I could have just kept it sealed. And then it was on sale after Christmas, before the end of the year, and I forgot to buy it. Also, the Virtual Boy replica thing from Nintendo went out of stock yesterday, and I was really considering buying that, but then I just kept putting it off. So now I gotta see if it restocks, because that would be funny to own. I would own that. I'm the type of person that would own that. I know people are like, who's gonna buy this? How did this sell out? People like me, they're like, oh, this is a funny little haha, you know? But now it's out of stock. So boo, I say. Anyway, so it's like I own all the North American Animal Crossing except New Horizons. Once I do that, it's like, well, if I could own all the Japanese Dobutsu no Moris, that would be the next goal. I own one of them, the Dobutsu no Mori Plus on the GameCube, but I would also like to have E Plus, but I got mixed up when I was in Japan, and I did see one copy of E Plus, but like Japanese GameCube games, I was not aware of what they look like until I went there and was looking, and then I went to the Nintendo Museum and I also saw them there. But it's like they're just in a tiny little case, a plastic case. You can see the manual through the front of it, and then they have like a little cardboard sleeve that slides over top of the case. So like one of them looked weird because I think it was just the manual and it was missing the sleeve, but another one like had the sleeve, but then the cover looked weird, and I thought there was like different covers, and I just didn't buy it, and it was like 30 or 40 bucks maybe. And it's like in hindsight, yeah, I wish I knew and could have bought it. And then I think like I only saw Dobutsu no Mori on the N64 at one of the stores, and it was maybe like $80, so I didn't get it. I can't remember. In hindsight, I probably like now. When I was in Japan, you know, I bought Yakuza 1, I bought Yakuza 2, I bought Dead Souls, and then I bought Animal Crossing. I was looking at all sorts of games, and like I looked all over to find like a good price on Yakuza, and it was crazy because eventually I found like a good one that was really cheap. And like it's like, oh yeah, this is sick. And I found lots of other cool things. Book-offs, I love looking at book-off. But now it's like, oh, it's a little different now, you know? Now I'm like, ooh, I should, now I want to go and buy my own Spice Orange GameCube from Japan and then bring it home and then also buy some games. Like, there's lots of games that you're looking at and you're like, wow, Pokemon Stadium's like 500 yen. This is nuts. This game would go for like 40 or 50 bucks here. So, like, yeah, I don't know. Japanese games are just so cheap. But it's like, I didn't have a need to buy it. I think I saw Paper Mario, or Mario Story, as they refer to it in Japan. Actually, I think that's the translation. I don't know what it's actually called. Maybe it's like Mario no something. I don't know. Anyway, like, there's a couple games, like, I want to get a Spice Orange GameCube from Japan. It wasn't sold here. That's why I was like, wait, this is a thing? And it's like, oh, the controllers were sold here, but it wasn't. So, like, that makes sense. But, like, yeah, I want to get one, and then it's like, I want to get games where, like, I could still enjoy them and play them, or, like, have something special to them. Like, Donkey Konga, for example, has different songs because of licensing and all that stuff. You can get anime songs in your Donkey Konga in Japan. Also, Donkey Konga 3 was never released outside Japan, so it's like, if I could buy all the Donkey Kongas, that would be fun. And then, like, yeah, if there's a couple games that I really, really liked, I'd probably try to get them in Japanese, too. Like, I would probably get Majora's Mask in Japanese, because that would be sick, and it has different art. Although I think the North American art's better. And then, yeah, it depends on what it is, but, like, it could be cool to get the other things. So, like, I do want to collect more, but, like, again, when I was in Japan, I wasn't in my collecting era, as they would say. I'm trying to remember what exactly spurred this moment. I'm trying to remember why. All I know is it was around the time I was playing Donkey Kong Bonanza. I started making jokes about, like, lowballing people on eBay. And then the rest was... Is there not another one here? Yeah, and then the rest was history. And it's like, yeah, I started going to the stores. I went to all the stores, then I started looking at eBay more. And then it's like, now I got local auctions. So I got like lots of different sources for them. But it's been pretty slow lately, honestly. Like last year, end of the year, there was a bunch of stuff that just all happened and I bought those. But then January's been pretty like chill. Apart from like the local auction, I haven't like bought too much. Yeah, there's like lots that I've been buying. It's like, yeah, I don't know how many I'm gonna keep buying because I bought so many things that like I really wanted to buy, right? Like I mentioned a bunch of the ones at the start. It's also like the Sims 2 on the DS. That's a pretty big one for me. I really enjoyed playing that. Also, I bought like all the DS Castlevanias, which was pretty sick. I love those. Like my love for Metroidvanias, I think mostly spawns from the DS Castlevanias, to be honest. Obviously, like I played some of the Metroid games, and I also played those, and I think that's kind of where it started. So those games are special to me. I have a bunch of those. I got like a Kirby game for the DS, some of the Professor Layton games. I bought Pokemon Soul Silver with the Pokewalker. That was a fun one. Oh, and I got all the Pokemon. I got all Gen 3 Pokemon. I only had Ruby before, but I bought all the other ones now. So, like, I've spent a lot on, like, a lot of the big ones that I can think of. And there are some other big ones out there that I'm just, like, kind of slowly getting to. You know, like I said, with the NES games for, like, the Animal Crossing. Like, Balloon Fight. I think Balloon Fight's like $50 maybe. 40 or 60. Somewhere around there. It's like, it's up there, you know? It's not cheap. Okay, there's another bag there. I'm just blind. Good. Okay, so that's everything. So this should be the 13th inventory. And then we're gonna get going on the 14th, maybe. I think I have enough for it, hopefully. Anyway, yeah, so like, I don't know how many more games I'm gonna buy, because eventually I think the local auctions I'll have so much of the stuff that I can't buy that many each week, right? That's kind of what I'm thinking. But I don't know when that's gonna happen. So like, if I get another tall shelf, if I have X amount of space right now, that'll like add a bit, right? It'll double half. 50% more space. No. Yes. Yeah, 50% more space. Anyway, right? So, like, that would be good. But, like, you know, I had one shelf before, and it was kind of full and not organized well. And then I bought the other shelf, and I was like, yeah, this will hold for a bit. And it's like, yeah, it held for, like, half the year, maybe. And then it was, like, full. And then I'm kind of, like, cooked. Space. So, yeah, if I get a tall shelf, sure, it, like, helps, and then I could put the other shelf somewhere else. And I was thinking, like, maybe, like, the other shelf could go elsewhere, maybe. I don't know. In this room, I don't have... the windows are covered, no light gets in, so, like, everything doesn't get sun damaged. You know, that's a very important thing to keep in mind. I don't want sun damaged games. And if I put it like in another room, there is light, and I would have to put it like in the corner where the light doesn't touch, so it's fine. Like there's a lot of things to consider. But yeah, it's like in my room here, it's like I have my desk, I have another desk, I have the two small billies, I have a Calyx, I have the two cabinets, and then I have another like tall billy, and there's like actual books on there, and then my amiibos. My amiibos take up a lot of space, and I don't have a good way to like display them. That's kind of the problem. And it's like I have all this space on top of my cabinets, and there's a couple things up there, but it could be better. Like some of my Animal Crossing Legos up there. But like yeah, there's gonna be probably gonna get like another Calyx for free off of someone, and then put that in a different room, and then that could help move some of the stuff out of here. And then if that's the case, then maybe I could get the Mills Bow. But it's like, yeah, I literally have more figures on the way, and I have no room for figures. Like, I can't do anything. There's no space. I want to release Kiryu from his plastic prison, but I can't. Like, I'm not even joking. There's just no space to work with. It's low-key crazy. Okay. Carefully. Okay, so this is... If I had made, like, one more mistake on buying 10 turnips, I actually would have been cooked, and I would not have been able to buy another inventory, and that would have been very embarrassing. Because it would have been, like, 1,200. Anyway, that is enough to buy one more. So I bought 13. This will be the 14th. And we'll be done, like, about 11:35. So if we get a good acre immediately, I think I'll still take it. But if we get like a bad acre, I can buy a couple there and then go to a good acre. If that happened, and it went well, I could beat my record. But let's not get carried away. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. So we might not even get a good acre at the end. We might just get like cut off. But if we get a little bit of an acre and then get an okay acre, we can still hit like something, I guess. I don't know. Kind of getting down to the wire. It's kind of crunch time now. But yeah, it's like I have... Like if I get that other Calyx and I have that in a different room, I can maybe redistribute some stuff. And then that'll have more space in here. And then I can do some other things in here. Because yeah, like if I can get that other cabinet, that'll be good. More things can go in there. It's like I have some plushies, okay? Like I have the Pikmin plushies. I have like some Harvest Moon ones from Crane Games. I got lots of stuff, okay? And like I don't want to have them not in the cabinet because then they get dusty. I don't want them to get dusty. Also, I have some like Animal Crossing ones that I have, and like some of them were out, and they're just on a shelf. But like I kept Lathers and Celeste in a bag because they came in a bag, and I was like, well, they won't get dusty in the bag. But ideally, I put them in a cabinet with all the other Animal Crossing stuff. Because it's like right now I have cabinets that have figures. They're anime figures, perhaps. Perhaps. I mean, the bottom shelves are like, you know, plushies, and there's 6 other shelves, and like, yeah, most of them are figures. All sorts of stuff. And I'm kind of thinking, like, if I make... If I got another shelf in here, another cabinet, I kind of want to have it to be, like, more video game themed. So I could, I don't know, like, the consoles will go in the Calyx next to it, I think. But then, like, I kind of want to do a controller shelf to have all the controllers for the GameCube, but I need, like, controller holders, and I haven't figured that out. And I feel like that's going to be, like, weird to do space-wise, so that might be a pipe dream. But for now, I'm thinking it's, like, yeah, the other cabinet can be, like, cooler. You know, it's like, hey, if I have Paper Mario and Majora's Mask in box, in cases, they could go in the case and be like, wow, these are, like, the, you know, these are, like, the peak items, right? That's kind of what I'm thinking. Like, you highlight, like, the video game stuff or, like, the really cool stuff. So it's like I'm trying to get all the Yakuza games. So if I get all the Yakuza games, I could put all those there, and then have all like the steel cases or steel books, whatever you want to call them. Those could all be on display there. And then I have like Yakuza figures that I'm buying, so like those could go all on that shelf, hopefully with all the games. And then like I have a couple Zelda figures, not a lot, but like if I had all the Zelda games, oh my god, really, Joan? Really? So like, you know, there's options. There's options, and I'm trying to think like, yeah, like if I did like a Yakuza shelf, an Animal Crossing shelf could probably work. But now it's like, do I have enough shelves for what I'm trying to pull here? Because like, yeah, Animal Crossing shelf, I could put like all the Animal Crossing games there, and then all my merch maybe. Is that like worth a full shelf? Is that gonna fit in a full shelf? Like maybe it's only half the shelf, and then like the other half could be Zelda. I feel like with Yakuza it's gonna be rough because that Kiryu figure is just massive, and then I have like a massive Ichiban one that's gonna show up. So it's like if I put those on like opposite ends of the shelf and the game's in the middle, then maybe we're gonna be fine. But it also might be just so big that it's not gonna work. And then at that point it's like, oh, I'm cooked. And then maybe I have to do something else because it just won't fit otherwise. Anyway, so that's 14 acres, so I should be at 28 right now. Sorry, 28 inventories. And now Joan's in a bad acre that she's in already. However, if I can buy like 2 more inventories there, that'll get us to 30. So that's 300k. That's like... That's enough. That's enough for 2. And again, space is going to be a little weird here, so I'm trying not to bring extra money. And again, it's 11:36. Okay, well, that, if I did not fix that, that would have been bad. That would have been stupid. Would have been like, oh, I dropped the actual last bag that I needed outside the acre and I can't buy it. Oh no. But yeah, we can buy 2 here and we'll hit 30. Because again, it is like 11:37. I'm just going to roll with it. And then go from there. But yeah, like that's kind of where I'm at right now. It's like, yeah, I need to test stuff. If I move certain things. I don't know. The N64 shelf is a mess. Because it has like all the Yakuza games are just chilling there. Because I made space on the other shelves. And then not only that, but it's like I also have all the Japanese, like all the Japanese ones are there. And I kind of want to have like all the English ones and all the Japanese ones. It's a bit of a pipe dream. And then like I have all my boxes, but they're kind of just like chilling. And then all the games are just on top, and it's like, well, that's not very helpful. I guess I could put the games in the boxes. That makes it more annoying to actually play them, because then I have to open up the thing, then open up the box, and like, that's not great. So I don't know if I actually want to do that. Also, I have like Game Boy games, Game Boy Color games, Game Boy Advance games, DS games. The DS games that have cases, yeah, great. They're there. I don't have Game Boy Advance boxes, I guess. I don't think I have them. Where's my Pokemon Ruby box? Thank you very much. Is it somewhere? I wish. That would be cool to have, but I think it's gone. Or it's somewhere hidden. I don't know. Or it got damaged and then got thrown out or something. I don't know. But it's like, I have all those, and they're just in a drawer elsewhere. So, like, that's not really helpful. Also, it's like, yeah, I have all these handhelds, and I think if I had, like, a cabinet and I could display all the handhelds I have, because it's like, I have my Game Boy, and then I bought, a lime green Game Boy, because I'm a funny guy like that. And it's like, then I have an SP, and I bought a different SP, and then I have my DS, then I have a DS Lite that I bought now, and then there's my 3DS. And then there's like the PSP. So like if I had all those on display in the cabinet, that would be cool. And then like, yeah, I don't know, all the games. Like I have loose games. Some of them I've got cases for. I've been trying to get cases for all my games. But like, yeah, those aren't on display anywhere. And I feel like I want to have a shelf that has those on display somewhere. So I'm trying to figure out like, oh, do I do like a handheld specific shelf? Because like, yeah, I have a bunch of DS games that are taking up space on the shelves, and they're oriented different compared to everything else. So if I had a different space for handhelds, then that could maybe be cool. But then it's like, how do I display all my games that are just in cases? Do I get like a little tray that just fits them? Then you can look at them all. So there's a lot of things that I'm trying to figure out. And I hope we can get there eventually. But like, yeah, that's what I mean. There's just like so much going on. And it's like I'm streaming so much New Horizons, and then the games I've been playing lately that's been the real mistake. I've been playing like kind of like difficult. I don't know if I would call them like difficult, more like frustrating. I've been playing too many frustrating games outside of Animal Crossing, so it's like the little bit of time I have, it's like, oh, here's this game that's just actively like annoying me, which is not the best. I don't know, like I've been playing this game, it's like that one game I've been talking about, it's called Edge. It just plays like a little cube. I like started it on the 18th, which is 2 weeks ago, I guess. And I've got like 14 hours in it. Normally, like, this is what I mean. Normally, on a normal week, when there's not too much crazy stuff going on, I can get like 25 hours in a game. But with everything else that's been going on, it's like, there's 14 hours over 2 weeks. Like, I should have been done that weeks ago. So, like, that's what I mean. Like, there's just so much going on, and, like, everything's, like, being affected in weird ways. So, like, it just leaves me in a weird spot. I guess that's the gist of it. But yeah, I think I can get that done today. I did really well yesterday. I was like trying to get I got all the S+ ranks because you need to do that for an achievement. In like the normal levels, but then there's also extended levels and bonus levels. And I beat all the extended levels the other day, and I maybe got like 7 S+ ranks. But then I wasn't really trying. But like most of them, I got like S's, and I was like, oh, first try, for first clear rather. And I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. These times seem so much easier. And then yesterday I was like, well, what if I was just funny and I tried to do it on all the bonus levels? Because I saw there's only like 17 bonus levels. I was like, oh, that's not that many. So then I got like S+ is on like 8 of the bonus levels, the first 8, and I went, maybe I should try the extended. And then I just kept like first trying or like second trying like a bunch of the times on those. So now I'm like maybe 15 levels away. So I could probably have it done today. And then I won't have to think about it ever again. So that would be good. But then I don't really know what to play next. I haven't really thought about... No. Oh, that's huge. That's huge. Okay. So I bought 2 more here. So I'm gonna modify this thing. I'm gonna go to the right. Normally I would probably go up, but I actually have money in that acre. I'm tired of bringing money to these acres, so I'm not gonna do that again. Okay, it's been 2 hours since I started. It's 11:43. We got 17 minutes before noon. We can get in a good acre at any point right now. We're in a pretty good spot, I'd say. So again, I bought 30 inventories right now. If I got a good acre, I could hit 14 probably, based off of what I pulled with that other good acre. And if that one, I mean, it depends on the good acre. If it's the one like C3, nah, there's no way we're hitting that much. But if I could hit that, we'd do 44, and that would actually be a new record, I think. So yeah, if I actually woke up earlier, I think maybe we would have been on pace for a record, but that's okay. I mean, we're already doing pretty decently. I mean, 30's not as good as it should be. I need to do more than 30. It's only been 2 hours. I need more. I need more. But we gotta find Joan and then go from there. Anyway, yeah, so if I get that game done, it's like, okay, what do I want to play next? So it's like, I'm still streaming New Horizons, but again, it's like kind of chill now. Don't have to worry about it. Oh, alright, we're set. Let's go. Let's go. That's exactly what I wanted. I mean, that one's pretty good. I guess D4 would have been acceptable too, but... Okay, so it's 11:45. We got 15 minutes. Now, we bring more money to this acre. Okay, I already took a lot of money from here, which is unfortunate. Because that would be where I'd take from next. I'm gonna put this in my wallet, my letters. As a backup. Again, I need, like, summer shirts and fall shirts. So, like, I think the spring season starts later this month. But it's not important to me. I don't need that. Do I have money in extra acres? Like, can I even make this work? Like, there's none here, so I have to pull from, like, this acre. Yeah, this week's been weird. It's been a lot of, like, pulling money. I feel like I should drop more money outside at this point. I was considering it last week, but I was trying to recuperate money, and I was in a bit of a rush, so I guess I didn't. But I did clean up, so I could do it. Okay, so, like, that's 100 and... Actually, that's 450k. I don't know if this one has enough space. I guess I made the last one work. Okay, I do have time before I need to, like, commit to buying. So if I can clear this row of turnips, that could give me a little bit more leeway. That's actually probably a good idea. But that means I need to bring, like, everything from this acre. Or, sorry, I need to bring a full inventory. Because I don't like dealing in non-full inventories. So let's just, like, grab some stupid ones out of the way. Okay. Good enough. Let's move that. Alright, let's, like, you know, prep. Make this as clean as possible. That tree's in the way, which is annoying. If that tree wasn't in the way, I could just move that whole, like, row up. Right? Because, like, I could drop another 8 here. As is, I can already drop here, but these are in the way, so I guess I could move this down here. So, like, that gives me a little bit extra room over there. And then I got the bottom, so maybe that's fine. But I think I need a little bit more money. I think I need to grab, like, 5 more bags if I want to make this work. So I'm electing to take them from the police station. I still have 4 gigs of space on my computer left. Good. Yeah, my computer's kind of cooked right now on space. Mostly because I haven't, like, addressed the New Horizons stuff. And that's like 90 gigs in like 2.5 weeks. It's a lot of stream time. You know how I was saying, like, yeah, normally I can get, like, I don't know, 25 hours a week? It's because, like, there's been so much streaming lately that I haven't been able to. And just so many other things, right? Like, I was working on the spreadsheet. There's been a lot, okay? As I've said. So, to have, like, New Horizons in a good spot, that's great. And then here, yeah, I'm spending a little bit more time each week on turnips. But it's not that much more time than I was normally. Like, sure, it's like, oh, I'm spending 3 hours on turnips today. Probably. Normally it would be like 2 or 2.5. Like, it's not that much more. It's just like last week I did that 3 hours, and then I showed up for another 2 hours of New Horizons. Today I'm probably going to do like 20, 25 minutes of New Horizons, so that's going to be very chill. I mean, okay, so it's like 11:50 by the time I'm starting this. So I guess by the time I'm done, it's gonna be like 12:30, 12:40. And then I can maybe move a couple inventories if I want. From like the lower acres. I mean, like, basically, it's gonna be like B2 has 6, and then there is 8, no, 10 along the bottom. But I've brought at least 4 of those up, so there's 6 along the bottom, 6 in B2, 14 in D5, and then should be, hopefully, another 14 here. So, if I moved those few, then I'd be, like, pretty set for tomorrow. I also need to figure out when the sale's happening, so I do want to check my mailbox before I stop for the day. Because that's pretty darn important. But yeah, then I can get that game finished today, and then I'm gonna have to think about what I actually want to play next. So that's kind of cool, you know? Because again, like, I've been playing like a lot of like short games, smaller games. Like, you know, nothing like super crazy, nothing like super exciting. Because it's like, I didn't want to get like stuck in the middle of something when the update came out for New Horizons, because I knew I'd have to spend a lot of time. And yeah, I think that was the right call based on how much I've streamed of it. You know what? I'm gonna pull up I'm gonna look at the files. So it's 90 gigs and 30 hours of New Horizons in 2.5 weeks. That's, you know, that's a lot. Some days when I don't have much time and it's like too late to get started on anything, and then time gets wasted or whatever. So yeah. Anyway, like, there's a lot of things I want to do with this room to like better organize it and get things set up. And like, maybe that involves moving some things out of here to clear up space. There's some things I can do to create more space. It's just like, which one do I want to tackle first? Because there's one that's probably a lot easier. I don't know, if I get another Billy bookcase, building it, they're pretty easy to build, you know? The Millsbow cabinet that I have, the 2, I built both those in the same day. It took a while. There was 2 and I had not built one before. And it's a little bit more involved, and there's like glass, and it's like, you know? But like if I was just doing one, I could get that done. It wouldn't be like too bad. And then I'd have a new cabinet, then figures could go there and I could like start moving and rearranging things. And it'd be pretty cool and pretty nice, and I'd be happy. So like that one's probably the easiest, but then again, that like displaces stuff on top of my calyx. But if there's a different calyx elsewhere, then I can maybe move some of this stuff and have it displayed there. And then that'll be nice. I think there's ways I can make things work. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I don't know. It's like furniture can be expensive. I mean, I'm talking about IKEA furniture. A lot of it's not that expensive. It's pretty inexpensive for the most part. Except if you're looking at couches. And I don't know why you would buy an IKEA couch, because that's like $1,000 for something that does not feel comfortable to sit on. That's crazy talk to me. I'd rather sit on the floor. Actually, I don't know if that's true, but the sentiment still stands, okay? Okay, if I pull off 45 inventories today, again, if I can pull off, I should be able to buy 13 here, and then from the stuff in my letters, assuming I can drop everything, I can hit 44. And again, 44 would be a record. There's space here, right? No? Really? I guess I just missed. I think that's good, right? Yep. Okay, so if I take my number, I times it by 44. Wait, what? Really? I'm confused. How much did I buy before? Oh, 8.25 at 43. And that was one bell higher. Which is like 1,500 bells difference. Oh, you have to multiply that by like 40. Okay, so like I would break my record, but barely, if I can pull that off. Because my record's 8.25. This is saying 8.38. So almost 8.4. If it works out the way that I'm intending it to. Which, yeah, it's a slight difference in record. And again, I showed up at 9:45. If I had set my alarm earlier, could have been here. But I would have had to, like, buy in other acres. I know I can say, like, oh, if I set my alarm earlier. It's like, no, if things went exactly the way they did, I would have had, like, there would have been a branch of, like, divergence, you know? I would have had to, like, say, like, if I got this acre, I'd be like, no, I'm going to find a different acre and buy there first and then come back. Because if I show up earlier and it went the exact same way, I'd just be starting this earlier. And it would give me less time extending past noon. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, if you show up, like, at 9, I think you could make a lot more happen, but, like, that's 3 guaranteed hours. That's kind of cooked. Because if you extend past that, it's getting to the point where it's, like, not manageable, right? If I don't have that much time on Tuesdays and Thursdays, then buying like that is, like, I don't know, reckless, dangerous, it's a risk. It's like, you need to show up early, you need to have the best price, you need to have good luck buying, and then you need to hope that the spike lands, and then it also lands on a day where you have enough time. Because if you buy that much, it's like you're spending forever selling. Also, Butch is just like spinning. Why you gotta be doing that, man? That's probably making the file bigger. Bro's trying to cook my drives. Okay, it's 11:59. That's 1, 2, 3. I think it's 3 inventories that I've bought so far. And again, it's 11:59. So I got my work to do. And we're gonna get it done. But yeah, like there's things I want to do in my room here and like organize better. There's a couple funny ideas that aren't worth it. I have like my main desk. I have like a smaller desk on the side. That's where the computer is, and my switch to, and like all that stuff. And then my actual desk is where my monitors and keyboard and mouse are. And the monitors take up like the whole desk. And like it gets dirty and dusty underneath, which is why the computer's up top. I don't believe in. I don't want to put the computer on the bottom of the desk. It'd be worse for airflow. And it does have RGB, so like, why? If I paid money for RGB, I want to see my lighting. Also, I think it's just better. I have like a visual indicator of heat at the on the eye or whatever. So like, you know, if it's getting hot, I would know. Anyway, so like that's there. But the funny joke is that I buy a smaller desk for the side. It's like I could just like it's IKEA, right? I could just buy a smaller desktop, remove the legs from this desk, screw them back in to the new one, and then I'd gain like a little bit of space in the room. It wouldn't be enough to do anything significant, which is why I haven't done it. It would basically bring that desk in line with the calyx that I have, and then it would like look lined up, and then I'd be able to move my desk over a bit, which would give more room on the side there where the shelves are, so it would be easier to get to the shelves. So, I don't know. If somehow there was a sale or something convenient, yeah, I would do that. But there's room here, right? Good. Okay, so yeah, I'll get this done. Have some lunch, do some other things. I don't know. If I can get that game done, good. I'm thinking like, what else should I try to get done today? Do I start a different game? Do I test games? I'm trying to think like what I start next. You know, like I'm still working on Animal Crossing. Like I could play Kirby Air Riders, but I don't know if I'm ready for that. I'd be like trying to unlock everything. I do really unlike the lock system in like the original Kirby Air Ride. So good, you know, like you finish your round and then it goes to the screen. It's like boom, boom, boom. It's peak. And then some of them unlock things, some don't. And you can't see what you need to do unless you do the things. And like when you complete a challenge, it reveals the adjacent one. It's peak. It's also peak Sakurai, honestly. So like that would be fun. But I also kind of want to do like Hyrule Warriors because like that would be pretty chill, you know? Just go around, kill some dudes, be Zelda, be Link, be the Skull Kid, be Mind. I don't know. It's fun. Like, that could be fun. I did try it out on the Wii U, because I got the Wii U version cheap. And then I was like, okay, back when I was, like, originally, like, buying all these games, I tested them and I maybe played them for a little bit. So that's because, like, there was some where I was like, oh, let's see how this actually plays, and then go from there. So it's like, yeah, I was like, I did, like, 2 missions in Hyrule Warriors. I was like, wait, this is kind of cool. It's kind of cool. So then I was like, wait, is there a Switch version? And they're like, yeah, there's a Switch version. There's also like a 3DS version, and the Switch version has the extra add-ons from the Wii U version and the 3DS version, because they have different content. So if you get the definitive edition for the Switch, you get everything. So I was like, ooh, but that would actually play better, and I wouldn't have to hold the Wii U gamepad. So I bought that. So I do intend on playing through that, and I feel like that's going to take a while. That could be a longer game, and then I could just be like chilling for a while, like being like, yeah, I'm gonna go do my Zelda stuff. Because again, right now I've just been doing like lots of random stuff, and that one's pretty easy to pick up and play. I think. Don't have to think too hard. I can't wait. Oh boy, I can't wait to bomb some Dodongos. Or whatever it is it says in the show. Bruh. Notice how I'm trying to just clear out all the ones at the bottom, so I don't have to go there. Don't want to make any mistakes. Anyway, so yeah, we'll get this done. I'll do some other stuff. I'll take a bit of a break, then I'll come back for New Horizons. Should be pretty quick. Just like deal with the hotel, order my stuff. That's about it. Chop the wood, I guess. I'll stop chopping the wood at some point, so then things will get quicker. Like, I'm just trying to, like, stock up, you know? Okay. We're getting there. But yeah, like, I don't know. Hyrule Warriors have kind of been considering that first. Like, to do next. I don't know. There's games on Steam that I have. Are there any that I actually want to do right now? I mean, I have Grime that I want to play at some point. That's Metroidvania. I've just put that off for a long time. I got Resident Evil 2, the remake. Maybe I should do that at some point. Batman Arkham City, I think, is a long one. I played Arkham Asylum and I did all that, but I didn't get to that. Also, like, there's this new, like, Paper Mario, like, I can't remember what it's called, Escape Ever After. I wishlisted that, it just came out. That looks pretty cool. But, what did I do? Did I just hit B? I haven't bought that. I'm just, like, that's one that I'm looking at. A couple other things I could, like, maybe work on. And then there's, like, all these games. I have some Souls games I could play. There's a couple games, but I can't, maybe I could just chill with Zelda. I don't know, that's kind of what I'm thinking. The whole, like, I know, like, I don't know. There's nothing, well... I mean, yeah, I do have games. Like, here's the thing. I kept saying that I want to make a list of all the games that I've bought lately. Or, like, add to the spreadsheet so I can have, like, a column or something where I can address whether I've played this game before. Right? There's a lot of games that I've played that I've already beaten. So they would be low priorities to play it. Sims 2 on the DS, I think that would be fun to play through at some point, maybe, but I already beat it. So, like, I bought it, but I bought it because I want to own it, because I really enjoyed playing the game back then. So there's a lot of games that I'm buying, like, there's some that I buy just for the heck of it, right? Like Eminem Beach Party. Am I gonna play that game? Maybe. Am I gonna seriously play it? No. Am I gonna 100% it? There's no chance, right? Unless it's like, I don't know. Who knows? Are there even unlockables in it? I have no idea. Maybe you can't play as the green M&M until you, like, play 10 matches or something. No clue. So there's lots that, like, yeah, I'm just buying. Because, like, I own it already, maybe, and I've already beat it. Or I played it in the past and beat it and didn't own it. Or, like, I want to play it and complete it. Like the Switch games. I bought a bunch of Switch games and, like, yeah, Switch games, yeah, I want to play those and beat them. And stuff. Like Mario 3D Land, I never played that. Bowser's Fury, whatever, I want to play that. New Pokemon Snap, I want to get to that at some point. I haven't played Pokemon really, right? In a very long time. Gen 5 ruined it for me. It's such a pain to get through. It, like, honestly, I know, like, there's a lot of people that, like, stand by Gen 5. And I don't know. I don't see it, I guess. Gen 5 is where, like, I lost interest. The Pokemon weren't as exciting. It was just trying to, like, do other things. It was trying to do too much. And I wasn't a fan. I don't know. 3 is, like, peak, and I also really enjoyed 4. But some people also have problems with 4. And I don't have problems with 4. So I don't know what that's about. But then, like, I played Legends Arceus, and I did have a fun time with that. But, like, it's also, like, a little bit much. Like, I played 50 hours. And, like, I got my research level for every Pokemon there, like, level 10. And I got, like, the shiny charm or whatever it is. But, like, if you want to, like, 100% it truly, you would max out the research on every species? Ain't no way. That would just take way too long. So I was happy with where I got, and I did get, like, a handful of shinies before I even got the shiny charm, so I was like, yeah, that's kind of cool. So yeah, like, and what do you want me to do, right? I beat it. I also want to do Pokemon Snap, but, like, that's all, like, I think that takes a while if you want to, like, get everything. I was like, do I do that for something chill, or do I do, like, Hyrule Warriors? I don't know, so I'm just thinking. Maybe I'll start something new today, maybe not. Anyway, hello. Let me test myself here. Right now it is 12 p.m. If yesterday at 7 p.m. it was 4 p.m., that tells me that that's a difference of 9 hours. So it's like 9 p.m. there. Tell me I'm right, please. Yes, okay, good. Now, hopefully I remember that. That would be good. I can do math sometimes. Sometimes it's not right, but I think most of the time it is. Um, but yes, it's 12:14. You know what that means? It means that this is the last acre I'm buying from. I might, if things go well, I'm gonna set a slight record for purchasing today. Now, don't get excited. It's like 100K more than my best potentially. Okay, it's not a crazy record, but I showed up at like 9:45 today. Okay, I set an alarm for 9:10, and I got here at like 9:45. It's before 10. It's not before. It's after 9:30. 9:30 would have been better, but whatever. So yeah, we're getting this done. I'm gonna say this again so I don't forget. I need to check my mailbox because I did not read the letter about the sale tomorrow, and I want to know what time it's at because that could affect how I stream. Actually, that could really affect how I stream. But yeah, so like I need to figure that out. I've just been yapping about problems. Trying to think out loud, you know, figure out what I'm trying to do and get done. Because, you know, I should have a decent amount of time to, like, do things today. So, yeah, that's the plan. I guess I haven't uploaded or published a lot of videos for the stream lately. I feel like most of January is just chilling there. Pretty sure that's the case, actually. I clicked the wrong button. Okay, I haven't uploaded anything from January. That's funny. Way to go, me. Yeah, the last video on my channel that's up is December 31st. I blame New Horizons. I think I'm justified in blaming that. So that's fine. So I should probably get those uploaded soon. That would be a good idea. Apparently I hit 10,000 views on my stream channel, which is kind of crazy. Cause like, I don't know, don't do anything, you know. I just like, I don't know. I just put the streams there. I guess like they get recommended to people. I don't know. I need to, this is the Fantasyland, but like I need to, you know, do this challenge, make my masterpiece like half-hour long video. I don't know how long that video is gonna be. I know it's a little too early to start scripting the video. Like, I think here's the thing. Like, I'm hoping to be done turnips in the first half of the year. Gulliver could be done any week now. Not that he's going to. Gracie could be done at some point. And, like, once those things are done, things do get a lot simpler. And it's like, oh, gyrates or shirts or yada, yada, yada. And then at that point, maybe it's a good idea to start scripting. I kind of want to, like, write the script for the video and, like, find all the footage I need and, like... So then, like, by the time I do finish it, I can get that video out, like, basically then and there, right? Like, if somehow I do all the voice work, all the scripting, all the recording, I get all the clips together, and then I, you know, finish the game, complete my catalog, have my 100%, then I can just throw that at the end of the video, publicly, you know, get it out a couple days later, and there you go. And then I need to blast it everywhere all over the internet. Post it on every social media site ever. And then I can have my 15 minutes of fame. I don't know. I've accepted that the YouTube Twitch streamer life is never gonna be a job for me. I just don't think I don't know. I feel like you have to, like, not only do you have to put the time in, but you also have to, like, get lucky, you know? Also, I don't know. I think I could do it, and I think it could be good, but, like, I don't know. Streaming nowadays, I feel like things are getting, like, going downhill slightly in some aspects. But whatever. Anyway. Point is, I do think about that video, and it's like, if I'm not, like, doing as much in Animal Crossing, because, like, again, once turnips are done, that's, like, hours every week that are just saved. And then I just have to show up every day. And if there's nothing going on, then every stream's going to be, like, just chill. Like, then it's going to get to the New Horizons level at the end, where it's like, oh, is there snow today? No. Do I need to look for Gulliver? Okay. Is there someone here? Oh, do I not need to look for someone here? Okay. Do I have everything from Gulliver? Oh, okay. You know, like, once all those things happen, like, streams are like, you know, 5 minutes a day, maybe. Do that 7 days a week, it's still under an hour, right? So that's pretty manageable. So then I could, like, use that time to, like, work on the script and get that ready. And I'm just afraid of how long that's gonna take. So speaking about making videos, I'm gonna just talk about this for a little moment. I thought I had, like, timing on this, but maybe I didn't. Oh, I do. Okay, so the last really big video I made, I don't know. Okay, so I've made, like, lots of videos. I do have videos on my channel. Some of them I've, you know, taken down over time or whatever. It's you know, like, that's an old video, but I've always done, like, video editing, and it's like, normally it would be like a Let's Play thing. I'd watch through a video, and, like, it would either just be, like, full-on long plays, which is more what I do, but back in the day I would, like, kind of edit it down and, like, make it a more condensed, exciting experience. So I do think that I know how to edit videos. Okay, I think for I guess what I would just describe, I'm a pretty good amateur editor, you know? Like, I would be better than most people off the street, but maybe not anymore, because a lot of people are, like, on TikTok or Instagram, they're doing editing then. But I think that's a different type of editing, like, it's a different type of video format, completely different. The humor and, like, cuts and, like, flow are a lot different from what I would be doing, so I don't know if it's completely comparable. But anyway, I like to think I'm okay at editing. But yeah, like, I made, like, videos where I would, like, watch through, like, hours of me playing through a horror game, and I'd make it, like, a 20-minute video, right? Obviously, it, like, takes a long time to, like, look through that footage. Because, like, not only are you, like, playing the game, but then you're like, having to watch back the entire length that you played. Like, it's a slow process. And then, like, I opened a bunch of amiibo cards at one point, where it's like, sure, I record those, and, like, those are pretty easy to edit, right? Like, I can just throw in some little sound effects when I get something cool. You know, maybe, like, reference a price, even though the prices are really weird and they probably fluctuate a lot. You know, like, those ones weren't that bad. They're not that long. So, like, the biggest, most recent video that I've actually edited was my Dark Souls 1 Soul Level 1 run. That was good. I was pretty happy with how that came out. I think, like, as a video, I think I did pretty well with it. I was happy. I was pretty happy with the end product. It got, like, I don't know, it got some views. I hit the wrong button, maybe. I mean, most of the time, like, I got, like, almost 300 views, which isn't, like, incredible, but most of my videos on my... Here's the thing, most of the videos on my main channel don't get a lot of views. That's why, like, I'm saying, like, wow, my stream channel gets over 10,000 views, that's wild. But also, there's, like, millions of videos, and if you just, like, shoot a bunch of videos out there into the ether, eventually some will pick up. But, like, I don't know, on my main channel, it's like, yeah, most of the time it's like, oh, here's just, like, an entire New Game Plus run of the game, you know? Or like, here's all my amiibo cards. The amiibo card videos usually have like 20. One of them had 75, but most of them are like low. And I play like some spooky games sometimes. Those don't get a lot of views. The amiibo card videos, yeah, some of them actually, like the first round, those were like 16. But that was like 2020, so that was like pretty peak. The later rounds weren't as big. But yeah, like a lot of my Let's Plays aren't that good. I did like one achievement guide, or like a trophy guide rather, for Jack 3, where you can like do an infinite orb glitch, and I posted that like on a site for like help, and that has like almost 6,000 views. So like that one's popular, but it's because like it's a tutorial. And it's posted on like a solution site, essentially. Also, it has 60 likes. That's a lot of likes. So, like, that's pretty cool. Anyway, but like, yeah, I did like a Pikmin 3 Ultra Spicy run. I got 50 views. The Dark Souls one got 300. I'm pretty happy with that. I got 14 likes. I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool. That's a lot of likes. Most of my videos don't get likes. Some of the amiibo ones, like, what? I have like 1 like on amiibo videos, and then like 1 dislike. Who's disliking me open up my cardboard? Why? Why hate? I don't. Those ones bothered me. I'm like, why would you even dislike this? But I'm like, whatever. That one, like, legit. I was like, huh? Huh? What? It was weird. Okay, we're getting there on this acre. We're like nearly done, I guess. We got like all this money here, which is like, I don't know, 2 or 3. And then we have our wallet, or sorry, our letters. That is enough. Good. Where'd Joan go? Okay. Anyway. I'm trying to talk about my video making. So this Dark Souls level 1 run video is like 25 minutes long. 21 minutes long. So for me to like do this, I streamed and recorded the gameplay. That was like 21 and a half hours. That's how long it took me to do that run. There's a couple of bosses where I was there for like 4 hours or something. Maybe it was just like Calamite. Calamite was rough, I'm gonna be honest. Was it Calamite? I think it was Calamite. Artorias was like not as bad. Anyway, and then I like skimmed through the videos to pick out like the main moments and timestamps. That took like an hour or 2. And then I wrote a script. I think that took me like 2 or 3 hours. And then I like edited and clipped everything. And then like I took all the clips and gave them extra time to like work with the thing. And then I recorded the narration, which took like 2.5 hours. And like kidding all that stuff took like 2 to 4 hours. And I cut down the clips to like match the narration. I think that took another 2 or 3. And then I picked a bunch of like background music and I added it. And I think that took like an hour or 3. And then I said normalize audio. That took like an hour or 2. And then I like tested it. I don't know. I was using DaVinci Resolve. It's like for the first time, so this is probably slower than it could have been. And then I like had to do a bunch of like test renders, and like that took a long time. But like I don't know, I feel like that took me like that was like 30 to 40 hours to make a 25-minute long video. Obviously, it was a new software, and like it was my first video of that format where I'm like actually doing narration. Usually, my videos are like I just record myself doing the video. The narration comes afterwards. And I was like, oh, I need to learn how to speak. Like, when I take the takes, it's like, oh, bad take. Delete the video. Try again, you know? Obviously, when I'm doing amiibo cards, it's a little easier, because it's like, if I start opening the pack, I can't just delete the take, you know? It's like, that's it. But, yeah, so it's like, oh, I'm, like, scripting is hard, I guess, is where I'm coming from with this. Which is why it's like, if I can, like, work a script as I go, and that's why I'm starting to, like, write down the important dates as things happen. Because I think, like, to begin with, it's like, the flow for the video, I think it would be like, you know, maybe I shouldn't discuss this, but it's fine. I think it doesn't really matter. But it's like, you know, I think I'm thinking, like, I'd go through each month. you know? It's like, in the first year, it's like, go through each month. Like, okay, I started in December. This is how, like, I got the town up and going. And then January comes along, and it's like, oh, here's all the January stuff. Like, highlight the items that I had to get, highlight what I was doing. So it's like in January, I started my turnips after, like, you know, getting all my fruit. And like, oh, when did I deal with the island? Like, oh, here's all this stuff. Oh, here's the sale day. How's that? How that went? How this thing went? You know, like how the events went. And I think like just going through a lot of that stuff wouldn't take like too long. Some of the stuff's gonna take like long. I just don't know how long this video is gonna be. Oops. So I'm just trying to think. But like, yeah, if I get the turnips done and I have all this other stuff done, I can start putting together like a rough draft or like script or like start building what the video would look like. Like, thankfully, all these streams are time-stamped, and the specific events happen on certain days. So it's very easy for me to go and be like, oh, where would this footage be? Because, like, I mean, with the Dark Souls one, it wasn't that bad because it's like 21 hours of footage, and like roughly like some of the bosses took up a long time. So like finding the bosses was like really easy for me to just be like, oh, here's a clip of me beating this boss. Here's the clip of me beating that boss. Like, that one's not that bad. And like, again, it's like, oh, here's 4 hours of me fighting this one boss. Okay. I can just kind of skip. But in like with this, it's like, yeah, everything, but it's like, yeah, what do I need to show? It's like, oh, here's me talking to Tortimer with 4 different characters to get my models. Like, if I just do that, like, I could just highlight all that stuff and be like, okay, here's when I got all the shirts. It's just like, I'm trying to think like how I can do it the right way, because like, yeah, if I go month by month, I don't have all the information. I'm not gonna have all the information because I haven't been keeping it. It's like, when did I even get all the fossils? I don't know. So early on. When I get all the stationery? So like, if I went through all my footage, maybe I could find that out. But like, I'm trying to think the way I would find that out so I would go. Or it would just be like, I don't know, the stationery's so easy to get, I don't even remember when it happened. It's been so long ago now. But I'm also like, I'm trying to think. Like, I like to make educational content. Kinda. At least when it comes to like this. There's so many weird things about this game and I know them and I want to like highlight them. Because like, yes, the video is supposed to be me being like, yo, I did this. I'm nuts. But also like, hey, here's a lot of like crazy stuff about the game. You know, like with the fossils, like, oh, you can only send so many per day, but if you send this many, you only get this many back, and it can only hold this many, so like, you need to be mindful of that stuff, blah, blah, blah. So I don't know. I'm thinking, yeah, I should work on that as I go. And if I like work on it and I can like find the clips that I need and like start putting everything together ahead of time, then yeah, I can have like the shell of the video ready. And then maybe I record the script and then like edit it. I don't know. It's gonna be a pain, honestly. Because again, I realized from doing the the Dark Souls video that I'm not good at recording myself speaking. Or at least it's not something that I have as much experience with. I can just talk in front of a microphone. That's what I do here, you know? Like, I'm just gonna talk about anything and everything so I can spend 3 hours of my life buying turnips. No biggie. It's a pretty normal thing to do. I guess there's still space up here. I guess I could have brought more money here, maybe, and done 15. Whatever. Okay, so that's 13 inventories. That's all the money I brought here. However, I got a little surprise here. The 14th inventory. So again, I bought 30 inventories prior to this acre, so this will be 44. So I will get like 8.3 mil, or whatever, almost 8.4, which is a slight step up from my previous best, which was like 8.25. But if we hit on turnips this week, I just had a spike, so I'll be at like full profit. The last time I hit when I had that record of 8.25, I had 2 bad weeks where I lost money, so I did not have as much profit because I had to restore. So yeah, anyway, would definitely be the most profitable week, and it is the record. But anyway, whatever. Yeah, so I'm just thinking like, yeah, I want to like work on this video before it's, you know, done, because then that's the thing. Like with New Horizons, I wasn't thinking about it. Well, I was kind of thinking about it, but by the time it was the end, I'm like, it's been 4 years. What do you want me to do? I can't just like pull all this stuff out. Here it's like, yeah, it's been a year. Most of the important stuff is going to be spoken about in that first year. Anything after that point, it's just like talk about turnips, right? Like, I don't know. I feel like I just need to talk about like the flow of like each month and like how I got all the items, and then I need to like just address turnips in one section. Be like, here's how my turnips went the entire time, and then put like a nice little graph for like the entire year of like how things went. And then just like talk about how the money went. Like, I think that needs just like its own section. I could speak about that like as each month happens, but I just think it would flow better if you're like, I'll talk about turnips later. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. I got lots of stuff that I'm still trying to do, but I don't know. Like I said, January's been weird. Okay, sorry. That's it. I'm done now. It's been just shy of 3 hours. I've set a new record. If I showed up earlier, we could have done even better. But, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Okay, so I know it's not quite been 3 hours, so let's spend a little bit more time. Just do a quick little cleanup. So I do know that I bought 45 inventories. There's 6 in B2, and then there's 14 in C5 and 14 in D5. So there's 28 between those two. And I bought 10 along the beach, although a bunch of those were already moved. So if I can just move a couple more of the ones along the beach, then basically everything's going to be by the store. It's basically going to be like A5, B5, C5, D5. Everything's going to be in that line except for B2, which is like only going to be 6. And technically, I've already moved one from there, so there's only 5 there. So most of the turnips are already pretty close to the store, which is pretty nice. So I don't have to like move as much. So it's really just the ones by the beach. And again, I don't have to do this today, but if I get this done right now, then I don't know, I'm better set up for tomorrow in case anything happens. And if it isn't, then I can get the rest done tomorrow, and then we'll be good. But yeah, like, let's just get one of these cleaned up at least, because then I don't have to think about it. So like that's one. Yeah, so like this one I only bought 2 there. I bought 3 here. And I bought 5 here. But of the 5 I bought in the next acre, 2 of them would have been brought to the store. So there should be 3 there, 2 here. So there's still 5 that need to be moved. Again, I don't really want to move all of these right now. I don't think that's worth it. it's definitely not worth it, but I can get closer to the 3-hour mark. But yeah, anyway, so I got lots that I'm trying to do, but this is done, and then I'll be back for New Horizons later, and I can try to get a lot of stuff done today, so I'll feel better about what's going on. Maybe I'll just do this so that I know it's just the 1 acre down here, and then B2, and then everything's just in that row, or column rather, by the store. I think that's the best plan, so that's what I'm gonna go with. So yeah, I bought my turnips. We're gonna see how this goes. Tomorrow, important day actually. Don't forget, tomorrow's Groundhog Day. So that is like actually... Now I know, like, yeah, I did basically, I got everything last year from the events. And then, like, I mean, technically not everything, but I mean, like, I got some of the Toy Day stuff the first year, and then I got the most of it last year, and I'm only missing 1 item. So that's great. But yeah, it's like there's the Reds raffle, there's Hometown Day, and then there's Groundhog Day. Okay, wallpaper at 6 p.m. So this means I can do my usual thing. I'll stream at noon. I'll deal with Groundhog Day on all 4 characters. We'll check the price. If I have to sell, then this means that the store's gonna be closed from 5 to 6. And then it will be open from 6 until 7, and it will be closed from 7 until 8. So, like, obviously, 8 till 10 gives me time. That's 2 hours. And then 12 till 1 is an hour. So that's 3 hours for sure. Which should be enough. And that would be across 2 streams. The alternative to get extra time would be, like, I could do 4:30 to 5-ish, but that's half an hour. Or I would do, like, 6 to 7, but, like, that's kind of like when I'm going to be eating. Unless I ate early and then, you know, did a bit then. But, like, I'm not sure. That, and again, that's like, I'm just trying to think, like, if I have to sell at a spike price tomorrow. I might not have to sell tomorrow. I might have to sell at a loss. Who knows? I'm just saying, like, the sales make me have to consider all these possibilities. So we'll just see if that's going to be a problem or not. Even then, like, we do have, like, 3 hours for sure, which is probably almost enough. Because I bought for just shy of 3 hours. But it was at a good price. So it's still going to be a lot of trips. So there you go. Groundhog Day is tomorrow. Oops, I did not mean to pick that up. Just confirming and showing that for everyone. Okay, so, like, that's it. It's 3 hours. I'm going to wrap up because there's nothing else for me to do here. I'm going to be back for New Horizons later today. But yeah, it's like 127 bells. I bought 44 inventories, which is 838,200. That's our new record. We're gonna see how that goes. And like next weekend, I can buy turnips. The weekend after that, I'm not gonna probably be able to buy many, or I'm only gonna buy a few. So that's gonna be interesting to see. But yeah, so this is a big success. We bought the most we've ever bought. Hopefully, like, I just, you know, I don't want to jinx it, but if the week goes well, then we'll be in a pretty good spot. I'll be pretty happy about that. And then Groundhog Day is tomorrow. That's like the next important day. And then there's no important days. Like last year, you know, before the year ended, we did like Toy Day. That's like the big day. And then it's like, okay, well, in a month we get Groundhog Day. Then the next big thing is literally like July? No, June. June, I guess, because the fishing tourney to get the last raffle item if it doesn't show up in a raffle before then. And then July has Hometown Day and Red's raffle. So basically, I don't have, after tomorrow, I don't have to worry about anything. Near the end of May, it's going to be the summer season. I can start looking for clothing. That's about it. Oh, I guess I should start buying more clothes from the store to get raffle tickets to build those numbers up. I didn't do that today, but that's fine. I can do that another day. It's no biggie. Yeah, anyway, so that's it, I guess. So yeah, almost 3 hours. As the price was 127, we set a new record. Pretty happy about that. Groundhog Day is tomorrow. We're gonna deal with that. There's a sale tomorrow at 6 p.m. So if I have to sell tomorrow at a spike price, I think there's still enough time. It just is gonna be a little awkward. Cause like, yeah, I could stream an hour and then half an hour and then the 2 hours, and like that should give me enough time. It's just annoying and awkward, but workable. But again, that might not happen. Might not be the case. Anyway, so that's it. I'm going to be back for New Horizons in a little bit. Going to take a short break. And yeah, that's it. It's good for today, whatever. I'll see you around. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.